Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we're going to be playing some Abzan Hero and Best of 3 Ranked on MTG Arena. Most of the credit to this deck is going to go to Jeff Hoogland. The main shell came from him on his build. I made slight variations to the main board, just moving down one Seraph, and then playing one more Knight of Autumn, I believe, is the only change for the main deck. The sideboard, I tweaked it a bit more. So I'll run you through the core of the deck. So basically, this is a Hero of Precinct One deck. So you're playing multicolor spells to create tokens. So the deck itself is leveraging off of a lot of the powerful black, green, and white spells in the format. So you have Tithe Taker as well, which is attacks on the opponent and has afterlife. So very good against counter spells, mono blue, and the such. Imperious Oligarch is a 2/1 with Vigilance that dies and makes a token, can also trigger Hero. 3 Assassin's Trophy is a catch-all removal option. Midnight Reaper to draw cards as our creatures die. Knight of Autumn, which we've played in a few decks on the channel. It's really flexible, one of my favorite cards in the format. Mainboard Kaya, really good against Drakes, mono blue, even mono red just to gain life. Mortify to destroy enchantments and creatures. 3 Seraph for the scales, just a really efficient flyer with the death touch option, and then leaves 2 bodies behind. 2 baby Vraskas, so this can allow us to sack the tokens that we're playing. Also gives us the option to destroy some creatures, and we can eventually lead to the emblem if it goes unchecked. And then Trustani, because we can pick so many tokens, it can provide an anthem to our creatures. And then it's pretty useful against stuff like Hostage Taker and any kind of steal your creature threats. And then 2 Vivien Reids just to kind of keep drawing more and more creatures. Mana base is pretty much an Abzan mana base with a couple Memorial Follies to recycle our threats. In the sideboard, we're playing, so mine varies a little bit more from Jeff's. So here I like 4 Duress, 3 Takali Honor Guards against Sultai, and even against mono red, it's pretty solid against like the Viashino and the Goblin Chain Whirlers, especially because we're making so many 1/1s. 1 Cast Down, 2 Moment of Cravings. So Cast Down's to deal with some more of the Drakes and the bigger creatures. Crushing Canopy is a really flexible card. There's a lot of good flyers, Lyra, Niv, any of those creatures, as well as additional enchantment against any like the Nexus builds. And then another Kai out of the board. Find it really flexible in this format. And then 2 Ajani's. This is a good way for us to, against control, to just make one threat really big and make it must answer. And then it can also buy back a lot of the creatures in our deck. We have 12 creatures it can buy back, and then the ultimate does close out the game itself. So I've been playing this on Platinum level. I think that's where I'm at with it. That and Pod are probably 2 of my go-tos right now, and then the occasional control. But we'll take it for a spin. Yeah. So if you haven't done so already, subscribing is a free way to support the channel. Costs you nothing, and it's a great way to show your appreciation of the channel and helps me to keep growing things. So if you can, hitting the subscribe is really appreciated. So opponents deciding if they want to go first, most likely doing so. So I found mono red a little tough. Mono blue was able to beat it 3 or 4 times last night. This hand's a little awkward. Would like a threat on 2, but I think just tap land into Knights can help us gain pace if it's an aggro deck. Mono white's probably pretty rough. Oh, perfect. So play the Shrine here. Mono white can go pretty large. Okay, so it's tokens most likely. So this is really mini. So even making a 4/3 Knight would be pretty good. Oh, even better. What a draw. So if they play another 1-drop here, I'm actually going to kill the Hazard Marshal, just because it could start making tokens. So here, we do need to decide They can make a 1/1, or we can blow up Benalia. Probably... Yeah, probably okay with that. Let's blow up... Actually, let's just do this. If we blow up the knight here, makes it so they can't trigger. And we're doing that now because once they go to attack, this way they only get 1 pump from Benalia. We do have the option for Vraska down tick. We can protect it there as well, which isn't too bad. Let's see what the opponent decides. Okay, so here, because we hit the second, so we'll Oligarch here, and then we'll Tithe Taker. And then depending on where we're at position-wise, so we'll hold off on attacks here. This will be a 4/3, so we'll just take the 4 damage if they want to attack in with it. Like, they have to basically suicide these in just to get a lifelink token, which probably isn't fair value for them. In green, they likely don't have ways to really threaten. No blocks here. Assassin trophy is pretty good. So here I'm just gonna play the Vraska. We can protect her. We might force them into awkward attacks to try to get it off the table. Gonna decline right now. We still have plays in hand. Ideally we can draw another land so that way we can hold up both the Knight of Autumn and Assassin's Trophy. So the opponent might have March of the Multitudes in the deck. Can't remember if it's green green white or white green green. So they're on the straight Hunted Witness plan. Of note, this doesn't give it a flyer. It's not an afterlife effect. Very similar concept, but it doesn't give you the flyer, which our creatures will give us flyers. Tithe Taker also taxes them 1 more on March of the Multitude, which is pretty nice. Okay, so they're doing this main phase. So here... Here I think what we do is... Mortify here. So they've 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have to go everything at Vraska and then she would die. But this keeps them from getting more tokens. So no attacks here. Dawn of Hope could help them draw some cards, but they can really only draw 1 a turn, and if they want to spend 4 mana a turn to make a token, see how they attack. I think it's unlikely they have any. They might have the the 2 mana. If you have City's Blessing, all your creatures get +2/2. Pride of Conquerors, I think it is, so that's something we need to be mindful of. Okay, so here we'll block like that, block like that. They're really just attacking with this to gain the life. Uncool, trading. We get the token anyways. Probably just trying to draw some cards here. Okay, so Oligarch's pretty good there too. So we'll play Vraska. Decline here. Play another one, make a token. And I think here we just need to probably hold off. Dealing 1 point of damage, they'll gain 5 a turn. So what we're going to do is, when they actually attack in, then we'll Assassin's Trophy the Dawn of Hope. So here we need to decide what's worse. Probably the Divine Visitation. See if they do any attacks. If they attack, we could surprise them with another blocker. Actually, it's pretty good. We could Assassin's Trophy here and then Knight of Autumn to blow up the Dawn of Hope. Opponent attacks everything at us. Actually, we should have got rid of the Dawn of Hope first. This gives them a land that they can activate for the lifelink, which is wrong. That was a misplay on our part. Yeah, so this gives them a card draw. And then just block like this. Actually, we'll hold off on that. Just block like that. Yeah, so there's the line of play. They wouldn't have got that card draw. Them showing the Divine Visitation, we're going to hold the other Knight of Autumn. So here... Here we'll play the Temple Garden tapped. Play the Knight of Autumn. Blow up Dawn of Hope. And then we'll attack in like this. And at this point, we can probably just start blowing up some lands. Seraph's really good there. The deck pretty much caps out at 5 mana, so drawing a 5th land, even if that drew us like a Vivien, yeah. So we were able to outwide the tokens. So here, Moment of Cravings are good. Another Kaya. I don't know if I necessarily want Kaya. Crushing Canopy, nah, but even that's fringe. So what creatures do they have enter the battlefield? Not really much. I think our main board's probably pretty good. Like the Moment of Cravings are good there. Probably just go down some Tithe Takers. Assassin's Trophy's a catch-all. It does give them a land. I don't know if we want Vivien. Duress, I can't really see them bringing in much. 1/3 might be relevant instead of Midnight Reaper. This can actually kill us. Yeah, maybe let's just lower our curve a bit. It's not going to hit much from it. Actually, no, this hurts us more in this particular matchup because we want the Night of Autumn effect. What do we need? 3 cards. Cast down's not really that good. Yeah, so I guess we just keep the Tithe Takers in. Kaya, they're not really playing creature. Yeah, maybe just play another Kaya. At the very least, it can just exile tokens. This, like, very go-wide tokens I haven't really run into before, so interesting to see what they bring out of the sideboard. So we saw how good Hero was last game. So they might have something like Baffling in this game. We can blow up the Legion's Landing if need be, or even when they flip the land. Mara is pretty solid. But step 1 is get Hero down. We could also surprise if they have Baffling in. So Night of Autumn, 4-3, most likely. Yeah. So no blocks here for us. So here I think we just try to go wide as much as possible. They'll likely flip the landing next turn. See how they attack. So here, I think we just double block like this. Block like that. So if they have Pride of Conquerors, we get blown out. Okay. It's a little risky doing that. But next turn we can Vraska to down tick on Amara. And then we should have the blockers back anyways. And then we have Assassin's Trophy for the Adanto. Harpooner is pretty good there. The second landing's also pretty solid for them. Here we'll just play out the green source.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready.
This gives them another token. Vraska's dead anyways, so it'll soak up a turn of attacks. No attacks for us. They went a little bigger this turn, so the cast downs probably aren't out of the question. Like, it won't hit the Amara, but like now that we've seen Knight of Autumn and Crawl Harpooner. So they just attack in with the 1. So these are legendary. So it's actually good for us because now we can blow up the Odonto. It's gonna die anyways, but let's get these off the table.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Vraska did its job. Killed something, forced a couple awkward attacks. You can take a Hunted Witness, and we will kill Karn so they can't get the other one. So I wanted to play Vivien this turn, obviously not in the cards, so we'll take a turn off. Getting this out, like now that we've seen the Leonin War Leader as well. Get into 2 points of damage there, we're not going to block the Crawl Harpooner. Keep the token alive as well, just to protect Vivien in future turns. I'm doing this main phase is a little odd. Even if we drop the Tithe Taker, they can respond to it or have the mana. Kind of telegraphs what their play is. Vraska's pretty good there too. So with Vraska... Actually, this plays pretty solid for us. Vraska down tick on the Harpooner. And then we have 2 blockers up, and then we could drop Vivien next turn. With 3 mana up to pretty much play any creature in our deck.
Before I make you disappear. They vanish all the time.
So in this match, because our cards kind of scale a little bit larger, we're playing the control role. So that's one of the kind of variations of a mid-range deck. You need to kind of assess where you are in the matchup. This deck tends to have a little bit lower curve. So that was a pretty good play from the opponent. See if they want to throw away anything. So we want to get 1 activation out of Vraska at least. So here we're going to play Vivien.
Wild animals.
Uptick.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Get the Seraph. Play the Overgrown Tomb tapped. So we probably should have waited to see what we could have got, but next turn we'll have 6 mana to play both. And we can just kind of go wide. Seraph should allow us to close out the game. Vraska going up +2 is actually pretty relevant. They only have 5 attackers. So if they send everything at Vraska, we'll just let it die. Let's see what the opponent's up to. So they're going super wide here. So let's see what we get off Vivien first.
My newest friend.
So here... So this can block, this gives us 2 blockers. Probably take the Knight of Autumn here. So we'll play the Seraph. Play the Knight of Autumn. Just make it bigger. Sack the plains, and this is where Vraska's pretty solid. All these like extra lands that we're drawing now can just help us, and if we could get Vivien's emblem off in 2 turns, then we can just put a lot of pressure on the opponent. And then even us just attacking in with Vigilance in the air. They have 9 tokens here. Block 6 of them. So they can kill some of our planeswalkers now, but they have to be wary at some point of the strike back. Oligarch effectively is 3 creatures. 1 off the cast from the token, 1 in itself, and then 1 when it dies. So it can basically chump 3 of these over a couple turns. Opponent's roping us. This might be them trying to cast another March. Or just them conceding. Yeah, so it's actually pretty solid for them. They're gonna go super wide, so surprised they didn't go 2 more there. So us killing 1 and us just plussing Vraska does pretty much the same thing because we gain a life. So non-zero chance the opponent doesn't just timeout too. They're down both their timeouts. Come on. Wonder if they have us muted. So Trostani's pretty good there. Again, just gives us a lot more bodies. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can hero and Trostani. And then Vraska here, just to gain a life. No attacks for us. So I have 36 of them. I think they're lethal anyways. They got 40 attackers. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, opponent has it if they attack with everything. Yeah. Okay, so opponent went super wide there. So cast down makes sense. I actually like the Duress on the play here. Probably go down a Kaya. Down an Assassin's Trophy. Run it like that. I think what we'll do, we need maybe like find finality in the sideboard for like these matchups where, like if we had it in that game, we would have blown them out. And at that point, they probably sided out their enchantments, which is fine. Mortify's not the best, but still reasonable. Here, hand's a bit slow. We can duress one of their early plays. Let's try it out. So we're not going to duress on turn 1. Their meaningful spells come later anyways, so it gives us more opportunity to hit one. So I think we'll duress this turn. So March is probably the worst. Breakable Formation, History. They have Leonin War Leader. History takes him off an early play, but March kind of gets better. I think we lose to March. We can kind of deal with everything else. Us not having Hero early is probably going to hurt us in this matchup. Also, us drawing nothing but lands also hurts in this matchup, so they'll Benalia this turn. We'll play Seraph. We'll then Vivien on the Benalia, hold back Seraph as a blocker. Trostani's pretty good there. Actually, I don't think it matters much for us to Vivien. Crawl Harpooner is good for them. I think we lost this one. Having as many lands as we drew with and them having the Harpooner was really convenient. I think we double block here. Opponent did miss a land drop, it looks like. So that gives him 4 power to hit Vivien down to 2. Where's Trostani? Yeah, let's just take the focus off us for a bit.
Would you like to see come to me?
Let's take the hero here. Okay, so opponent will play War Leader next turn. Was hoping that, so we'll see what we can hit off Vivien next turn. Decide whether we'll play Hero out, and then
Scars are lessons written in skin.
just drawing this many lands hasn't helped. So Seraph's actually pretty good there. Here, this allows us to play both Hero and Seraph. My dog's not pleased that they have a cat warrior out. So we will trade with the war leader if they attack. I'm fine with that exchange. So here, if they attack Vivien, I'll let it go through. If they attack us, so it's a bit aggressive on their part, I think. So the tokens are going after Vivien. So we'll block like this, protect Vivien, take 3 damage. I think I'm fine with that exchange. So here we just want to keep drawing some gas. Perfect. This makes us go really wide, which I like. And here we need to decide how aggressive we want to get. We can multi-block the war leader, and they've already shown Crawl Harpooner. So Trustania their own is pretty nice for them. Again, we'll see where the attacks go and then judge how we want to block. I think keeping the Vivien engine going now is pretty good. Okay, so this is all coming to us, so here we triple block. Block like this. Block here, block here, block here. I think that's pretty profitable for us. Us getting the war leader off the field. See what the opponent. Here I actually don't mind Trustani because it gets us 3 bodies. So let's see what's going on in the opponent's hand. They have Amara. So we'll give it Vigilance. Attacking for 5. Play out another Trustani. It doesn't matter. Weird that it keeps switching. So I'm actually going to probably down tick on Donna Hope next turn. It's going to give him card draw eventually. See how they go in for attacks now. So Memorial to Folly is really nice there.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
Just attacking with the 1. And this is where like Seraph is a real kind of game breaker. Just being able to fly over and then still come back on defense. Next turn we're going to buy back our other Seraph. Sure. Seraph off the top's nice. So let's see what we get with Vivien first. So we'll take the land, play the land. So we have 4 enough to buy back, so let's activate Seraph first. Go to attacks. Play out another Seraph. And then this turn, at the end of the turn, we'll just buy back Seraph. Pretty much gummed up the board. If they want to attack in with Amara, we can just block it. Opponent probably should have killed Vivien earlier on. Opponent's dead in the air. They need to attack with these lifelink tokens to stay alive. Okay, so they're going all in. It's fine. So we block like this. Block like this. Block like this. Then just double block here. It's fine. So we're doing this to gain 6 life. Keeps him alive one more turn. Let's get back Seraph. Memorial itself's good.
Meet my newest friend.
So give a vigilance. Give a vigilance. So they have 5, 6 blockers. Yeah, so it blocks everything on the ground, so it's the way we lose. And this is how we can just take over the game. So even if they kill one of our Seraphs, we'll buy it back next turn. 15 power in the air. The ground all locked up. Opponent kills himself in the most honorable way. So that was a really good showing for the deck. You saw how we were able to outwide a token deck while still being more of a control style finisher. So let me know what you think of the deck itself. Like I said, this was originally a Jeff Hoogland inspired deck that I made some slight variations to. But thanks for watching, and if you can, hit that subscribe button. Thanks, bye.